Hi, I'm Evan Davis, and I'll be the host for Celebrity Corner. And my guest today is Patty Powers, singer, actress, dancer.
Yeah, lots of dancing.
Model.
Oh my God, I'm a model.
Acrobatist.
I love to fly in the air.
Okay. Hi, Patty. How are you?
Nice to see you. Thank you so much for asking me. Thank you.
Where are you from, Patty?
I am from Rochester, New York. Could you tell?
Oh, yes.
A little bit of an accent?
Maybe sort of, but there are so many different accents.
Right, upstate New York, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been up to Rochester. Yeah, isn't that Kodak?
What'd you think? Yes, Kodak,
sure.
yeah. Kodak,
Sure.
Bausch and Lomb. Matter of fact, those are a lot of businesses that I did jingles for. I was a jingle singer.
She was a jingle singer.
Yep, for TV and radio, yep. I started back in Rochester, New York, and I did jingles every day that I could. And that's where I met James Taylor and Aretha and some really cool stars.
Well, let's start with that. Tell me
Sure.
about those stars that you met. I mean, how?
Well, I worked at a beautiful studio called The Studios at Linden Oaks. That's where I recorded my CD. I worked there as an assistant to the owner, Ferdinand J. Smith. He actually wrote the HBO theme music that we all grew up with. The movie theme music. He's incredible. He's a award-winning producer. So I worked at his studio, and my first day of work, James Taylor was there. Oh. James Taylor. So I was very lucky to work with those guys. They were just lovely, and what I did was some backgrounds for them, because that's kind of that was my job there at the studio. And then a few years later, I bumped into some people that worked for Aretha Franklin, and she was coming in for the Jazz Fest. Right. And I got to sing backup for her. And then when I moved here, I got to sing backup. I got to sing backup for Barbra Streisand. Wow. And so that was kind of my entree to Vegas, which was really cool. Thank you, Michelle Johnson.
How did it feel just being on stage with Barbra?
Surreal.
Really?
Yeah, it was unbelievable, really, to see her down there and the huge orchestra. It was at the MGM Grand Arena, and it was just giant. And I don't think I've ever performed in front of that many people. And it was packed with stars that I could see in the front row. And she was lovely, and I had a great time.
Good.
I had a great time. Yeah.
Well, what brought you to Vegas? I mean, how'd you get here?
My husband, David Marinelli, is a very talented piano player here in town, and he and I just wanted to have a duo, and we wanted to be able to make our lives as musicians.
Well, how'd you meet him? Did you meet him in Rochester?
I did. I met him when I was about 12 years old, and I heard a band playing down the street. Yep, a couple houses down. I heard a live band playing in the garage. So I brought my chair down, and I put it right in the driveway of my girlfriend's house, and I saw him playing piano. And I thought, wow, I love whatever this is happening here. I love this. And so I didn't really meet him then, but I met him in high school. And then I just chased him until he gave me the time of day. He would play for weddings and talent shows for me, and we really didn't get together until about 10 years after high school.
Yeah. So I didn't know that David lives in Rochester.
Yep. He was within a mile of my house. Wow. He lived within a mile of my house.
So then you guys decided Vegas was the place to be?
Yeah, we're both sun worshipers. We like the heat, and we were kind of sick of the winters in upstate New York, so we thought we are going, and we did.
Yeah. Well, when you started singing, how old were you?
Well, singing for fun, just singing because I knew I loved it. I was about 3 or 4. My brother played Harry Nilsson's, Not Without You. Oh, sorry.
Some song.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, a song by Harry Nilsson, and I would sing it, and then my mom just kind of knew. And my dad was a good singer back in the day, back in the 40s, and he hooked me up with his voice coach. And then I took voice lessons probably when I was about 15 to about 18. Mm-hmm. And then I just played in bands, and I did jingles for about 20 years back in Rochester.
So the first time you were on stage, tell me if you can remember, or tell them if you can remember, how you felt performing on stage in front of a live audience.
I knew, even with the Butterflies, I think I was on stage probably in a show. Probably, you know, that's what I did. I was in little musicals and things in school, and I remember being in a show, and I just thought, this is what I want to do. This is it. And I loved working with an ensemble. I love working with people. So being part of a chorus for Barbra Streisand or any of that, I love. I just knew. You just know.
What what kind of genre do you sing? I mean, what do you like?
I like everything, and I don't just say that. I really mean it. And I really love singing pop, jazz, and rock. Soulful. I love singing soul music. Anything that the gig calls for, I will do.
Okay, so when they say, "Hey, we're looking for jazz singing," yeah, that's
Yep,
okay.
yep.
Okay,
Opera,
okay.
I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to be in the background, but yep.
Okay, and let's say you're performing in front of the Queen. There must be a lot of queens,
Right, sure.
especially in Vegas.
A few.
But
They're all good.
What would the one song that you would pick to sing?
Wow, what a good question. The one song I would pick. I really like Tina Turner's "Simply the Best." I really like that.
Yeah.
It's a really kind of a good, heavy-hitting song. Kind of describes all the queens, kings and queens.
How come you didn't sing that at the last
Didn't
show?
I didn't sing it at
Oh,
the-
did you?
I
don't
thought I
remember.
did.
Oh, maybe
I
you
think I did. I think I
Okay.
did. I think I did. I think I sang that. I sang the best,
Okay,
simply the
good,
best. Yes,
good.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a good tune. I mean, Tina Turner can't do better than Tina. So
What's the biggest crowd that you were in front of? Must have been. At
it
the
was
MGM.
Barbra Streisand. Yeah, at the MGM. I don't even remember. I
You
don't
didn't
recall.
count how many seats?
I was, believe me, I was overcome. It really was the most unbelievable feeling to look out. I just, even thinking about it now, bringing it up, it was overwhelming.
I know you said Aretha, but who had the most or the biggest influence in your career?
I would say probably, which is kind of wild that he was our first guest artist when I worked there, was James Taylor. Probably.
Really?
Yeah. I started playing guitar when I was a little kid too. I should have kept it up. I really love to play, and I love the way he plays. Not that I could be anything like him, but I just loved him and his harmonies, and I used to sing it all. And I love the Beatles too. Probably the Beatles and James Taylor.
Mm-hmm. What about collaboration? If you could collaborate with any artist or performer?
It would be James Taylor. James Taylor or Michael McDonald, probably.
Oh, okay.
Those two guys. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah. Do you write at all?
Very little, actually. I'm going to put out a new CD in hopefully April of 2023. So this coming April, called Soulfully Yours. So there will be a little bit of writing by me, but I don't consider myself a great writer at all. Dave is a great writer.
Oh.
So we'll have some songs that we have written, and then some songs that some friends have written.
Does David accompany you with everything you do?
Not everything, no, but I love when he accompanies me. The guy knows me. He just knows me. He's so good. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's got such a beautiful feel, and he knows what I like to hear as far as accompaniment. But there's some tremendous players here that I would play with at any moment.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned before earlier that you had played at Gatsbys.
I did.
Which is a jazz club here
Yes,
in town.
it was.
Supper
Yes,
Club.
a few weeks ago. It is a jazz club, and Uli Geisendorfer was nice enough to let me play some music other than jazz. So I had my band there, and we played everything from the Beatles to James Taylor, probably, and Aretha. Yeah, we did everything. It was fun. Can't wait to be back.
Yeah, it's a nice venue too.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
it's
a
impressive.
Cool place to.
It's impressive. It
to
really.
play and to hang out.
Great people too,
Well,
and unbelievable food.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I want I want to thank you for being my guest.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully, I'll be able to have you back again if
would love
you're
that.
willing to come out here.
Yes, I
in this
will.
wonderful studio that we have
Yes,
here,
and I'll
as
be
you
on
see.
time. I love it. Thank you so much.
We want to thank Patty Powers for being our guest, and this is Evan Davis with the Vegas Voice Celebrity Corner saying, see you next time.